Well, hello again, all my fluid art friends. It's Doris at DF Design. I have been wanting to try this for a while in resin because I've seen it done in acrylics. So first I'm going to show you the little tool I made. Let me see if you can see it. What it is, it's a 3-ounce cup, 5-ounce cup, and a 7-ounce cup, and they're stapled. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hang on. They're stapled right there, so they're all about the same height. No, I'm not pouring with these cups. I always have these cups out just in case my best friend in Sauk City is watching. She knows what they're for. Okay, anyway, this is a 10 by 20 canvas. It's been prepped on the back with the tape and my foam board insert, and then covered up with press and seal. I have to think of it for a minute. I think I've done a video on that. If I haven't, I will look and I will try to do it. Okay, and to do this, I'm going to have to move these out because it's got to be at a tilt. Okay, first what I'm doing is, let me move this so I don't be getting anything all over it yet. Okay, first what I'm going to be doing with this is let me do the inside, the outside cup first. I got 3 colors. I have got Okinawa green, Okinawa blue, and Nocon blue from the Eye Candy pigment line, which I am a representative of. So, come on, get down there. Okay, so the reason I made it with paper cups is because you have to be able to pour into the 1 cup. Let me see how much I end up getting after I add some of these. You have to be able to pour into the 1 cup with your resin. Well, they do it in acrylic paints. And you want to get it all to the bottom, but then you're going to want to get it underneath the next cup that's in there. And what I'm trying to do is, I don't know if this is too much or not. I'll find out. Let me put a little bit more of this in here. And with resin, you don't want to wait too long when you're pouring it into a pouring it into a cup. One color on top of another, because it mixes really fast. And okay, now let me see what happens when I pull this back. Okay, let me just knock out some of that because I don't want it to. I'm trying to keep it out of the next cup, which is going to be for the gold. And I managed to get some in there anyway. See, I should have thought of that before I did that. Okay, now the middle cup is going to have some gold in it. I am using, this one is the Color Obsessions 007 gold. It's a powder, but it's so pretty. And now I'm going to pour that in here, because the last cup, which is the one in the middle, see, I can't get it all the way up to the top. Well, I didn't make enough of that, so hopefully I don't have a problem with it. Now I'm going to put this in here. This is the white. This is also going to be the base layer. These are all going to intermingle as they're pouring out. And hopefully I get the wings. Okay, this is a old t-shirt. It's got 91% alcohol on it. What I do with it is I clean pigment off of my gloves or resin so they're not sticky and not dirty. Okay, first I'm going to coat this, and with the same white that's in the center cup. It shouldn't make cells. I really didn't want cells in this because this is hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, hopefully it's going to look like angel wings. keep scraping. Okay. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my fingers are clean. You don't want to get any other color in there. I think I will use this hand instead. You just basically want to spread it out from edge to edge and get all of the canvas covered, because the thing with resin is you have to have something down. Even if you don't want it to have color, you've got to have some clear down, because resin will only go where there is resin. So you push it because the canvas is dry, obviously, but the resin you pour on top of it now will not have a problem sliding. Hopefully. See, that's another thing too. I don't know how well it's going to slide. So I'm just smoothing it out, getting it up to the edge, or at least trying to. It doesn't have to be a real thick coat. And because I wasn't worried about cells, and I'm pouring a lot of resin on top of it, I wasn't worried about having enough to like coat the whole thing really well. You just need a thin layer of it, because the only purpose of this is to hide the canvas and give the resin something to go on, to slide on. Now I'm just checking to make sure I don't have any dry spots. And oops, I knocked it off, the little pedestals. That's okay, it's going to be coming off of those anyway when I get ready to pour. Okay, because you got to have what I have seen them do is I have seen them, okay, I got a lot on my fingers, so let me clean my fingers off. And see, it's gotten rid of just about all the stickiness. Don't have to change gloves. I learned that trick from artisttilldeath.com. They have a YouTube channel, they have a website, they have a group on Facebook. You know, they got it all. Okay. Anyway, I'm turning on my torch just to get rid of the air bubbles. I'm just going to go over it really quick because I don't want the resin. Aha! I see a dry spot. See, this is another thing that you want to try to make sure you do, is you're checking for any dry spots that might be on there. Okay, there we go. Now, here comes the fun part. Okay, I'm going to move these two out of the way, but not too far. I've got it tilted. It's the height of one of these, so I don't know how well that's going to work. And now you want to pour out from this side over here, and now I'm going to squeeze it. I don't know how long it's going to take. Oh, wait a minute. Let me move that gun over a little bit. And you don't want to do it as a ring pour. Oh, I am getting the wings. Look at that. There's my gold. Well, it's not as big. Maybe I shouldn't have moved it back and forth a little bit. Ooh, there's some of the darker color. I might get wings after all. You never know. I like this. And the reason I did these paper cups is because I don't have to worry about cleaning them out. Looks like I am out of white in there, but I'm just going to keep pouring to get rid of all of that. It may not look like wings, but it will look like a really cool design. Okay, that is all of that. Trying to keep it from dripping. And now I'm going to pick it up a little bit more to get some of it down there. Yeah, I'm not going to get the wings. Okay, now I'm going to tilt it a little bit this way. I don't want to lose my lines. Okay, I know one thing I gotta do is I gotta make sure I have my pedestals back, so when I go to put it down, they're there to hold it level. Okay, now let me do some more moving with this. Well, the white completely got lost in there. That's okay. I do notice that you do have to use a lot of resin to get it to run like that. I just did want to let you know, I'm using the Pro Glass because I had some of that left, and it seemed to be a little thin, and it might be because it's 79 degrees in here. I've got the windows open. I can't put the air conditioner on anymore. Okay, let me get it down to one of those corners, and then get it down to one of that corner. Do a super tilt as Jeff does. Oops. I'm getting a lot of the resin off of there, but that's okay. And now the canvas is very super slippery. So, well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm still happy with it. It looks like I'm getting little cells right here. Little teeny tiny pinpoint cells with the gold. I do want to touch up my corner real quick just to make sure it's covered, because it's blue up above, so I want to make sure that the whole corner's covered. Now I gotta cover this one over here. Don't want to really try to do any swiping. I am going underneath. I will torch it for air bubbles in a minute. Okay. One thing I might need to do, I don't know yet. I am going to turn it around because I don't want to keep reaching across it with gloves that have resin on. So, I'm not doing much more to this except doing the corners and doing the air bubbles. So I will tell me down in the comments what you think of this. I know you're gonna think it's a waste of resin when you see all the resin on the table, but you know what? It's the cheapy stuff, okay? I'm not too worried about it. I'm trying to get this white covered up right here. I guess I should try to get some color right here and get the white covered up here too. I want to make, well, this right here, not sure if I should cover that up. I am going to slide more of the white resin down. Okay, let me torch the air bubbles and then I'll bring it in for a close-up. I'm loving what this gold is doing. Whoops. Whoops, too high of heat and too high of air. You don't want to hold it in one place for too long, that's for sure. I am absolutely loving what the gold did right there. I'm going to try to blow those colors over that white just a little bit, because I want it to not have all the corners covered. Okay, I can do this. I know that looks a mess, but I want to get some color up here. Okay, yeah, that looks better than an all white corner. Let me blow out this corner a little bit. If I don't like the sides when it's done, I can always paint over them with a paint after the whole thing is dry. Okay, to tell you the truth, I don't know, let me see. I'm going to see if I can tilt just a little bit that way. I know, everybody's hollering at the screen. Back away, walk away. Oops, now I'm losing my color over here. Okay, there we go. Well, I'm going to call this one done, to tell you the truth. Let me clean off, well, I don't know why I'm cleaning off my gloves. I'm going to pick it up again. So, I want to thank y'all for watching. I enjoy y'all coming in and watching me experiment with these things. Okay, now, sorry about the glare. That's the one thing I haven't figured out yet. If I've got, sorry about the dining room lights. I forgot to shut them off. And they're yellow lights. But I am happy with what the gold did right here. I love that. So, I'm going to call this one done. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think about it. You know, that's all I can say. Except I love the resin right out of you guys. And the only other thing I can say is, bye for now.